Girls do this when they're turned on by you but hiding it. What if you've been face to face with women who were turned on by you, and you walked away not even knowing it? These 20 tells change that, and the last one proves she never leaves empty-handed. New around here? We share daily men's dating advice. Show some love by hitting like, comment below, and subscribe to join the community. 1. She changes her breathing when you enter the room. It's not the kind of change you'd notice unless you're tuned in, but her body notices before her mind does. When she's aroused yet trying to conceal it, her breathing may subtly quicken, as if her body's trying to pull in more oxygen for the excitement she won't admit to. Picture this. You sit beside her, and she adjusts her posture, suddenly inhaling deeper. It's not nerves exactly. It's a physiological giveaway. The rhythm of her chest rising and falling shifts because her body is betraying the calm she's trying to project. 2. She grows quieter, not louder, around you. Most people assume attraction always means giggles and chatter, but sometimes the more aroused she feels, the quieter she gets. It's like her thoughts are running too fast to be put into words. She doesn't want to reveal too much, so instead of filling the space with noise, she lets silence carry the tension. Imagine her friends talking in circles, but when you speak, she pauses just a moment longer before answering. It's her nervous system grounding itself. Quiet isn't absence. It's presence turned inward. 3. She mirrors your micro-pauses instead of your big gestures. Everyone knows about mirroring body language, but here's the under-discussed layer. When she's turned on and hiding it, she doesn't copy your obvious moves. She mimics your stillness. If you lean back and stop mid-sentence, she unconsciously matches that pause. It's subtle, like her body is tethered to yours in the rhythm of conversation. Attraction sharpens her attention, and even when she's trying not to show it, she ends up syncing with you in the quietest, smallest beats of interaction. 4. She lingers in non-essential contact zones. You know the places people brush past when they have to, like your sleeve, your wrist, the side of your shoulder. When she's turned on but concealing it, she might hover in those non-essential touch zones just a fraction too long. She'll act like it's nothing, reaching past you to grab something, adjusting her seat so her arm grazes yours, or brushing lint off your jacket. But the delay is the tell. It's less about the touch itself, and more about how she manufactures situations where those micro-contacts can happen naturally. 5. She adjusts her word choice mid-sentence. When desire is bubbling but she doesn't want you to know, you can hear it in her vocabulary. She might start saying something playful or even flirty, but halfway through, she edits herself into safer territory. For instance, she begins with, "You'd be dangerous if," then quickly shifts to, dangerous in a fun way. That little correction, the backpedaling, is her instinct to pull the curtain back over what slipped out. The attraction leaks in her first choice of words, but the conscious mind rushes to cover the tracks. 6. She treats casual moments like they're scripted. When she's turned on but hiding it, even the simplest exchange starts to feel rehearsed in her head. She doesn't want to reveal too much, so she preps her responses as if she's walking across a tightrope. A basic question like, "How was your day?" gets answered with a pause, a head tilt, and a sentence that's carefully balanced between casual and something else. It's not that she's overthinking everything. It's that attraction has turned normal conversation into a performance. The irony is that forced composure actually gives her away. If everything feels just a touch too polished, it's usually because she's resisting the urge to let the raw attraction spill through. 7. She protects her smile like it's classified information. We think of attraction as smiles and open body language, but when she's trying to conceal arousal, her smile becomes restricted territory. She'll fight to keep a straight face, like she's holding onto a secret she can't let slip. Imagine you say something that clearly delights her. Instead of laughing fully, she clamps down on the grin, almost smirking as if she's trying to keep her lips from betraying her. The suppressed smile becomes more telling than an open one. That little curl she tries to bury is the flare of desire sneaking out at the edges. 8. She invents tiny, unnecessary delays. When she's attracted but hiding it, she often engineers little slowdowns. She won't leave the room the moment she could. She won't hit send on a message right away. She'll fiddle with her bag strap or recheck her phone screen. Not because she has to, but because her body is reluctant to let go of the moment. These micro-delays look like nothing from the outside, but they're her way of stretching out her exposure to you without declaring that's what she's doing. The attraction shows itself in time, not just in gestures. 9. She uses buffer objects as shields. A coffee cup, a notebook, a scarf. Suddenly, these everyday objects become her protective barriers. When she's turned on but wants to stay composed, she instinctively puts something between you and her, not to push you away, but to hide how charged she feels. The cup she keeps lifting to her lips might not even have any coffee left in it. The notebook she sets on the table becomes a stand-in bodyguard for her nervous energy. She's using props to regulate herself, but those very shields are proof that she feels something worth covering. 10. She short-circuits her own routines. Attraction disrupts rhythm. When she's turned on yet suppressing it, you'll notice her skipping her own habits. Maybe she normally scrolls endlessly on her phone, but around you, she puts it face down, almost too fast. Maybe she's a meticulous eater, but tonight she fumbles with her fork. These little malfunctions are her nervous system betraying her attempts at hiding. Her body knows something's different, even while her brain is shouting, "Act normal." The breakdown of her default patterns tells you more than any obvious flirt ever could. 11. She slips into hyper-specific compliments. When attraction simmers but she's trying to hide it, she avoids the usual, "You're cute" or "You're funny" remarks. Those would feel too revealing. Instead, she latches onto oddly precise compliments. The texture of your jacket, the phrasing of a joke you made, the way your handwriting slants. On the surface, it looks harmless, even random. But that hyper-specificity is her mind zooming in on details, because her attraction won't let her process you in broad strokes. It's safer for her to comment on the sleeve stitching than admit the whole package has her distracted. 12. She redirects her eyes like it's choreography. People often say, she'll stare at you if she likes you. True, but when she's turned on and hiding it, she does the opposite, carefully redirecting her eyes as if following stage directions. You catch her gaze for a heartbeat, then she snaps it away, sometimes toward the floor, sometimes at an object that doesn't even matter. The choreography feels deliberate, like she's practicing avoidance. But the intensity of how quickly she looks away tells you she wasn't just glancing. She was looking longer than she meant to. 13. She tests her own self-control with small provocations. When she's suppressing attraction, she might create small, safe provocations. Not because she wants you to catch her, but because she wants to test herself. Maybe she'll say something slightly cheeky, then watch how she handles your reaction. Maybe she stands a little closer than usual, then pulls back just as quickly. These aren't bold moves, they're mini fire drills. She's letting herself play with sparks while trying to convince herself she won't actually light a flame. 14. She exaggerates indifference around others. If she's hiding that she's turned on, her cover story often plays out in public settings. Around friends, she might downplay you with casual comments or keep her tone flat when your name comes up. But here's the catch. Her indifference is almost too pronounced, like a kid insisting they don't care about dessert while staring at the cake. The exaggeration is her attempt to hide the truth in plain sight. She thinks she's cloaking desire, but the performance is too sharp-edged to feel natural. 15. She edits the rhythm of touch instead of the touch itself. We often think of attraction as physical touch, but when she's hiding it, the giveaway isn't whether she touches you. It's how she times it. A handshake lingers 1 second too long. A friendly nudge arrives a beat later than it should, as if she hesitated before committing. Even a high five might turn into a soft press instead of a quick clap. She's trying to disguise it as ordinary, but her timing betrays the undercurrent. The rhythm stutters because her body wants more, while her mind says, pull back. 16. She replays your words in disguised ways. When she's turned on but trying to bury it, she can't help but circle back to things you've said. Not in obvious ways like quoting you directly, but through disguised echoes. You might make a casual comment earlier in the evening, and later she rephrases it as if it's her own thought. It's less about stealing your lines, more about keeping your voice in circulation. Her attraction makes your words stick, so she recycles them in conversation to feel that rhythm again without showing her hand. 17. She lets her guard down in fragmented bursts. A woman hiding her arousal doesn't suddenly bare her soul. Instead, she leaks vulnerability in jagged fragments. One moment she's all composure, the next she blurts out a personal detail, then immediately laughs it off or changes the subject. These bursts aren't random. They're slips of intimacy breaking through the filter she's trying to maintain. It's like her attraction overrides her edit button for just long enough to give you a glimpse, before she rushes to sew the curtain shut again. 18. She choreographs exits with hidden reluctance. When it's time to leave, the goodbye tells you everything. A girl who's turned on but hiding it often choreographs her exit in strange, reluctant ways. She might stand up but keep adjusting her bag strap. She'll announce she has to go, but then linger for an extra round of small talk. It's her body resisting the finality of departure, even though her words insist she's heading out. The delayed exits are quiet confessions. She wants the moment to last longer, but she doesn't want you to notice how badly. 19. She interrupts herself with nervous redirections. Pay attention when she starts to say something bold, then immediately derails her own sentence. You know what I like about never mind. That interruption is not random. It's her subconscious testing the waters, letting attraction slip out before yanking it back to safety. The nervous redirection is like a car swerving off the road at the last second. The fact that she almost said it tells you more than if she actually had. Desire leaks in aborted beginnings, not just in completed thoughts. 20. She saves a trace of you to carry away. When the moment's over, she doesn't leave empty-handed. Maybe it's a casual thing, taking a pen she borrowed, holding onto a photo you showed her, or replaying a joke you cracked hours later. She saves something small to extend the connection privately. It's not about the object itself. It's about anchoring the feeling. Her attraction insists on leaving with a souvenir, even if she pretends it's just convenience. If she's hiding how turned on she is, the trace becomes her secret, the thing she keeps when she can't keep you in the open. Up next, discover what she asks when deciding if she should sleep with you, or learn how to tell if she has a strong sex drive. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.